How the F was it that gang stalking literally pushed me into believing that directed energy weapons were real? The more I think about it, the more insane it sounds. However, as of today, I am on the sixth day of my current psychological experiment. Look, let me tell you. During gang stalking, everyone around you implies that they're gang stalking you with their facial expressions, with the weird hand signals. Then gang stalkers do little tricks to make you believe that you're always being watched, such as one time when you're on your phone somehow freaking hacking into it, or getting an email that describes exactly what you were just looking at on your phone, which is exactly what happened to me. If you don't believe me, I made a YouTube video about it, which is linked in the description of the video. I show you the email and I tell you exactly what I was looking at, and then I tell you exactly when I show you the email that was sent to me. Additionally, every day for months, there was a dude pushing the gang stalking narrative of directed energy weapons with the intention of convincing me that the government was involved in on it. So, which means that the fact that I was being fed this narrative by so many people, I got to believe it. So, if I want to be the best version of myself, I have to bombard my mind with ideas, concepts that will perpetuate me being the best version of myself. Today is day six of that experiment. All I'm doing is that I am bombarding images of what I want in my head whenever my mind is idling. And by my mind is idling is when I'm not actively thinking of anything. When I'm not using my mind is idling with these images. I'm continuously using my imagination. Whenever I'm eating, whenever I'm not paying attention, I zone out thinking about these things. The crazy thing is that it's has become easier for me to eat better. I was eating a lot for the past like 2 weeks. And I was dieting and I was yo-yoing on my diet. Now I'm not really trying to diet. I am simply controlling the amount of food that I'm eating, and I am making sure to keep replaying these images of models of myself when I was in my best shape. I'm just replaying those images in my mind constantly. I already lost 1 pound, and it feels easy to say no. But look, I was gang stalked for 8 years. I don't know how long this is gonna take, but by the same logic that gang stalking works, I can literally transform, I can manifest a lot of things. Because in the end, gang stalkers were pushing onto my mind all of these ideas, and then my mind was filled with them. And then that became my reality. By that same logic, if I fill my mind with things that I want and I only allow people that are living this life, this idea, this concept, if those are the only people that I allow into my mind, that means that in 8 years I should manifest that by that same logic. And look, back then it was involuntary. So I was forced to think of that by my surroundings. So if technically, if I voluntarily, constantly push all of these ideas into my mind, furiously, as much as I can, that means that it should happen sooner by the same logic. So this is just a journal of that journey. Is it going to work? I don't know. It should, because of what I experienced. I can't question it. I cannot question the logic behind it because it already proved true in one direction. So if I do it in the opposite direction, it should work. We will see how that plays out, but technically it should work. There is no doubt in my mind that it will, because thoughts lead to actions, actions lead to results. So whenever I catch myself thinking about gang stalking or about a negative experience, all I do is pump out thoughts of the things that I want and the things that I like. So I don't waste any time thinking about, oh, poor me, like none, zero, nothing. I'm not allowing any space for that in my mind, nothing. And I feel so much better. Like I feel energetic. I feel like I'm 100% here. I'm finding ways to make money. Like I'm actually trying to do things. And my experience with gang stalking is becoming meaningless. Like the whole gang stalking thing, like I don't even think about that anymore. But that's because I'm training my mind to think of the things that I want when my mind is idling. I am keeping my mind working, but I'm keeping my mind working doing something that is going to help me instead of something that is going to keep me, in psychological suffering, remembering about all the things that gang stalkers did to me. You know what I mean? Because in the end, as of now, that's the only thing I can do. I might be able to do something later, but I'm not the vengeful type to be vengeful of these people. I'm just not like that. But I'm not gonna spend a second feeling sorry for myself. Like I have no time for that. I literally have no time for that. But this is day 6 of keeping my mind busy with good thoughts, with positive thoughts, with thoughts of improvement. I'm not sure if you noticed that the videos, like in quality, they go up and down. Sometimes they have an intro, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they have music, sometimes they don't. That's because I want to do a lot of things. And I have spent most of my time focused on gang stalking that I feel like almost like if I can only do one thing at a time. I almost feel uncomfortable working on something that I don't have in my hands already. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing something right now. The reason that I haven't been able to make more videos, well, I was getting something done in the house, and I have another project that's going to take a couple of months to do. That has nothing to do with YouTube, so I have to get more time out of that to that. So we're working on a couple of projects, and keeping my mind busy with these goals is doing something so interesting because when I think about doing something that is not going to help me get where I want to go, my mind pulls up how this action will lead me away from the goal. And then I don't do that action because I'm making sure that my mind reminds me constantly of what it is that I want to do. I'm thinking about this goal all the time, all day, or these goals. So I'm literally just re-educating my mind. I'm literally re-educating my mind from the ground up, which is something that I never really thought about. Like typically you just take an action, but you never think of training your mind to help you reach that goal. It's mind training. It's literally mind training. Like I'm so acquainted with my mind that I'm doing the mind work first, and I feel that that mind work will push my actions in a particular direction. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'll keep you updated. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good evening. If you're enjoying this content, please consider subscribing, dropping a like, or dropping a comment. Or if you would like to go above and beyond, say, please consider becoming a member to the channel, less than $5 a month, or you can make a donation. There is a link to my PayPal in the description of the channel. Thank you so much, and I will see you later. Bye.